Abusia kwa baso kona mrema aba aye News Ghana TV anana JTVGH also for Sir Frank and also ya trans ye den samno ete eba na na de samno aye bola aye se me aminu aba sompa ohini o se bola ni nyina no se de obotumi aboa ma dwumadi na tumi akoso isa se ye ma Ghana akonanim enti na wonsaka video ya obuoni ani de kwan so subscribe to the channel like it na chef man kofo na omusu enya behwe ene afia pokua vim lady or the same baba tudwa and I say NDC for this say the showdown na can Japan can maybe a no address of one same year baba yentino is NDC for the showdown mum at the NPP for a more tene okay can say bebrebe niama akwoso address for beki can be money at ade niama nyina dance say NDC for or mama NPP for showdown abushia yemoshi yenkonkotie ensamwa vim lady afiokuya waka yeba ni ababa soro so
am no mu se edumeja naba it's likely said you before the blame never to am so ade chia no release the oral report on suspect afa between edumne oral there na yebeka ho asem at least this one will take center stage for a few days now my NDC aba o time no matimi ayo mu homework perform before you catch up they are giving you people around for your man. In fact showdown na Kennedy Japan caso de bema Ibaomiano. In fact right now NDC is giving NPP showdown. Hands down, this is 100% showdown. Mamu showdown, and they are still giving you showdown. So, my document no, they better or not. The first 120 days. There's a reason why they are being smart. So 120 days in the end, this is she MPP style baby, because you are not being smart. And Kamulu election, and I'm financial executive emergency meeting. Obia amunim semotia and announce you go on a apology talk, more patch talk. Omunyina no ma kan ma munyina obia cool it down. Alan kra monko me kan wa monko pa ne chew. Ni nyina mo antie. And as I say popo biribiri, as ya pity aduro bi agum so no obia kasa. Obia nobody cares about the consequences of what they are saying and yeah, because edidija within NPP na kasa edidijanti. Omo amudidija omunyina so I say all die be die. Njomu tube good party no no mu guno and no mu NDC for ammunition NDC for say the fire mo and make Dominica in the press conference let me play you see just says oh they my member Dominic oh Lord have mercy hey MPP more problem monasa executive de musaki omunyina monti emergency management team no mo hwe ne machi because what is going on because if allegations are between Adwasa for Asema Waka any the Dominica Inike. I mean, who even doubt the Dominica Inike? Who even doubt allegation or for making? I am one of the persons that they be because I am running everywhere. You can't make allegations and just get away with murder. Okay, so be for 1 city, 2 city, you must prove it in a court of competent jurisdiction. But we also have a court of public opinion. That's what NDC is using now against MPP. They know, say they have court of public opinion. Until by the time Ubedu at Tububa court, no the court of public opinion, I say, why you will not survive. You will not survive. You will not survive. NDC, you see, they are using all this to pave way for 2028. And this is being smart. And MPP for no money, your mother. Me see, in a week, I galam say NDC supporters or moya galam say. O matie si kwaye mu ye galam say serious. Atie sunsuo mu ye galam say serious. The same week, ejato edum. That is the same week issue weighing in about Edubohin. Now, guys, this is strategizing. Most of the mother na mo kontokwa. Mother na mo kontokwa. Who is going to save Ghana? Onukwa beshi Ghana need no future. Ghana need a save. Oda mame fan ko Dominica yini next year the okano about sika okan yeah. Asani about back to MPP issue no.
Vertex properties, and we trace the proceeds of crime to Vertex properties also. They have Vertex properties owns 27 houses located at Oyarfa. Each house costs, an estimated cost of $295 United States of American dollars. We also know that they have 2 properties in London that we are tracking, and I'm going to trigger the mutual legal assistance between the United Kingdom and Ghana for us to be able to lay hands on those, properties.
Etiera Dominica ini no. na your signals and this is one of the offices obi anfa na ni nkoso signals office their plan ben obi nobody even thinks about that office and no can oma just a divert sika e dey free aban coffers mu dey akọ e ma chese sika dey basa sa yes another one so
have registered companies which we are currently tracking. We are tracking all the companies. There are about 10 of them that they created with Advantage Solutions mostly owning all the companies. For purposes of the investigation that is ongoing, we are not going to disclose those companies, but I want to warn any executive, director, or employee of each of the companies who, knowing that Mr. Dubois has been arrested, if they make movement of assets, we will track and arrest them and prosecute them. So they are all warned. All banks are also warned that if we see any wire transfers or cash withdrawals on any of the accounts belonging to Mr. Dubois and his companies, the bank managers and all their employees who are involved in those transfers will equally be arrested. After this press conference, no activity, and we are monitoring all their bank accounts from the Financial Intelligence Center. With the press of a button, we can see the movement of money, on any of the accounts. So we are monitoring that very, very closely. We know, for instance, that the 3 banks that they have been dealing with, in substantial financial transactions are UMB, Fidelity Bank, and Stanbic Bank. So we are monitoring them keenly. And the managers of this bank, if they are listening to me, should be careful about what they do on any account connected to Mr. Dubois and his wife and their companies.
Some of the allegations are this is very serious issues. They are monitoring and they send the warnings. Only the Nejumana Oye as Attorney General on a chief prosecutor for Abain. Or a chief prosecutor for Abain. It will be also prosecuted to be a Nunabakon in Samansa. So this kind of confirms the suspicion that in Kofo. And I'm saying I wouldn't need political experience. I say where I'm making I won't tear here, but if you have political experience and you followed, and don't forget, this is something that happens. Kind of President Rawlings, 2001, President Kufuor, there were allegations that were made against NDC for to say. Dr. Sipayanki, Rakwame Pepra, Moni Adia, Chikatamo. Eventually, some of those cases ended up in court. And in 2001, President Kufuor say some of those cases went to court. They were able to prove it. They jailed them, and some of them were pardoned after President Kufuor free power in 2008. NDC by under Professor Mills, similar allegations were made against NPP for Pennyphobia. Some of them they tried to prosecute them. If you want Professor Mills catch them, so any evidence be he's a professor of law. Onkodi and a hoax I didn't prosecutable. Onkodi BBH and cover problems in back. And a Professor Mills they need a coye. Fast track first President Mahama Baye. There were issues involving allegations involving NPP for, and then allegations involving NDC for were part of President Mahama and Kasabai. Eventually he went to jail. He was in court, and then he went to jail, was convicted, and went to jail. It's Ghana corruption issues need in politics. There's always a commingling of politics and law, any corruption, and you have to understand the history. But I'm saying it is not a good timing for NPP4 because also this week, parents said they just have for making allegations internally. Say for instance, school feeding. Onwa allegedly she couldn't prove it, but Onwa say as Minister for Gender at the time under President Akufo-Addo say Onwa uncover sikedie. Onwa call President Akufo-Addo what the report to command President Akufo-Addo and cafe. What do you make of that? She herself made those allegations. She herself.
Committee am so. Me so am new minister biom. It me na musa keke. Me wa me nyat me belonging to ye pega me go kon anwa asema ye pega me. And ye go to committee be friend judiciary meeting cry and friend. And so formally the bia no wo current leader mo ko ne nase ko bisa me say committee is the very na wo penny fa won to so. edwuma bi wo parliament na me namu me ni committee ya ya assign me to parliamentary platform MPC na na ye wo so information ba ye hu mo meto aba ye wei ye yi me different group ni mu say me a traitor wona mo so buni say okoye aba na mo sim obi akwa akoto amudi ba bonten saa no enya ade na esi wo parliament enya no na esi wo ho enya one single vote to be na ye ka say enunti no o de abiti professor Ukwe etokwasi ye na nimguase ya ato ye na wo si ye bibi ni ye
on the way FBI union Peace FM and I do but it's very, very serious. Allegations. Look at her, she wasn't speaking about this allegation, but she mentioned allegations. On one day whole report come out President Kufuor. The question is, had not President Kufuor was it that it was frivolous? Because if I have said allegations will make you against Obi to say messages to consider say I just have to just keep quiet because the woman is not alive. And now who hear allegations it's here you must give the person fair hearing. She's a lawyer, you know that. You must give the person fair hearing. Yes, any panel uno. And now back can some aguno so I wouldn't say any panel tiase. And she has no means of defending herself. And then asema who making how can the person even have a fair hearing in the matter? But it still begs the question, any ordinary person be able to say. I don't do this point. How did you even get here? How did we even get to this point? What you say? And I make NPP for they have a lot of homework to do. But I see this year is not a good year for NPP. At least this first 6 months of NDC is not a good year for NPP. They must sit up, sack their executives. They just say, you can't even phantom. Who is in charge of this? Is the biggest opposition party. It is NDC govern here. It depends on how effective the opposition party is. Oko America sa, oko UK sa, say Labour for na consecutive for the strength of the conservatives no, and extra how Labour will perform. America, the strength of the Democrats, and in fact, the two NPP for it said the two Democrats for America. As in Gruma, they can't see their way forward. And to say Donald Trump or corner style baby. Nobody can do anything to challenge him. They are not challenging him. Just could be of individuals. It's that bad. That's the point of MPP. Because all these issues in they can resolve it internally. And so Daniel Bonting. Anyhow, and by now, no, this is the time LGBTQ plus law no way. NDC campaign say Oba, they will make sure they deal with LGBTQ plus. And then it's been 3 months. LGBTQ plus also be a canwasem. Galamsey a major issue. There were demonstrations every week. There was demonstration. It was an urgent matter that required agency in dealing with Galamsey. Say, see, a party boys at Tiagu Kwaye Munisium. Galamsey. NPP4 don't have the balls. They don't have the people. They don't have the men because they are busy fighting internal fire. They are busy fighting internal fire. To won't even cry no more. They are catch up and say, "Abang, okay, so be LGBT asemo. Okay, so be fighting Galamsey." And to start dealing with those issues. These are the issues that affect everyday people. No, NPP4 now is busy fighting in Dokwa Wabonting. They are fighting in the Abain Bia quality. It doesn't matter where you belong, but Abain Bia, the quality of Abaino depends on Abaino Tiakunyaso and in the opposition. Because there are checks and balances. And then a kind of philosopher bika, or say power corrupts, but absolute power corrupts absolutely. And to the memory for definitely to corrupt that person. It is incumbent on Abain Bias and the performance no is dependent on opposition no. So opposition is good. So opposition is a good one. Obetimi akire Abain because Abain they normally or no namne kwan so. Say the na nanu ka the ochas and onim se na chiatia. And the opposition is clever no me smart and no oh there be say yo fa say ye say there be ye say. E bia na LGBT say opposition anya word and ke am pass sa law no. But it is because opposition here awarding and a parliament, all 275 MPs, omunya vote in favor of LGBT law. No, that shows you how effective the opposition was. NDC at the time and NPP tiakonyaso. And the question is, NDC tiakonyaso, how effective is MPP? We omu parliament here I say already omu here juma kakranwa. Party nankasano structures na say collapse. Until they are not able to give NDC any direction. Nti say see NDC mistake here. They will make the mistakes. There's nobody to guide them. So buying the Sikebi chia or baby, you are not even able to guide them. By now, Ashanti region, minority caucus, they should go to Kumasi. Eduma J make proposal. Oh, say Nigeria Shio, this is a major disaster. Abaya you say it begs the question. Say fire service resources. Also, Eduma fire service. Yemfama or more. What are we doing? Is there a long-term plan? I had the fire service support Bibama fire service, fire hydrants and comforting containers. So this is what we are challenging government. Government make sure that the fire service is resourced. This is the work of opposition. Am I here? No, that's one opposition. One other kakai abino. Now opposition no kontokwa. No actual letter abra Joseph. Hey, yedi. Joseph hey menkasa. Joseph say. It means that there were issues that executives when you fail to deal with. We see Dr. Baumia Wada, I'm sorry. Or more person who did president or NPP money running mates. Now this is the time. You need to resolve the cracks because you can't, if your party collapse, soon to me by a candidate to be our party. So who to mean by a candidate to be our party? So what you say? Into issues not very well.
Okay, it's raining somewhere. A few we are vim lady. What the other two down watch say, NDC for Omonia da Hopa, come on, who say, see, I'm fat, taxi be and fan famua, and Yama ever Diego. It will much me issue NDC for NPP for a slogan, Karajapo slogan, showdown on the momo. Yet, as a moody car crowd will see a public canonia to my public king who say, and Yama Yena and Chakwe, Yavango do quarter, there's some at all. Waiting some baby a fearful kind because of a Sarah Adjusafo and Sensible Piano. And some announcement to the comment section on it to me. I'm a Ghana after to my preference. This channel is for development issues of this country. Yami adu my sense here, like a share, the farmer man for so into